Okay, we're
That it
starting. All
is.
right. Yeah.
Welcome to the Bench Bros podcast, where we talk about two football teams that both suck.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm one of your hosts, G, and my lovely co-host.
Thanks. I brushed my teeth for this.
Great name. Uh,
Oh, cheese piece. I thought you said it.
no, I didn't.
Oh. So anyway, yeah. So grab some pine and let's talk some shit while we watch the actual athletes play.
Yeah. Um, anything special happened with you before we get talking?
Um, I survived. I suppose self-inflicted alcohol poisoning. That was pretty neat.
Oh, there you go.
But no, other than that, I don't know. Usually it's down to here when I talk. Okay, it's gone.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but now I'm down in Texas. I surprised my mom, and so we're like, oh, we'll be smart about it. We'll like we'll give her the classic misdirection. Yeah, with hope for my dad. And believe it or not, man, that dude has some fucking skill at lying. My poor mother has been getting gaslit for the last 26 years. So we get into town and we have Ecto. I don't know. You guys have seen him on the stream. I don't know if you're
Fucking
only a YouTube
goblin.
audience. Yeah, he's an absolute goblin. So what we do, we're like, okay, we have there's a living room and then it goes to a hallway and then like the garage that we converted into a room. So we're like, okay, we'll put the goblin down and then chase him a little bit. His fight or flight reflex will like kick in and he'll think a hawk chasing him and he'll fucking gun it to the door. Like any path of egress. So Shelby puts him down, runs at him, doo doo doo. He fucking takes off because Shelby's stomping her little rug grippers. And my mom says, she's like, oh my God. And we're like, oh, she like this is perfect. So my brother and I are hiding behind the couch and we just go, hey mom, and just scared the fuck out of her. Her response is, oh, I thought I got a new dog. It's like, all right, cool.
I mean, you could just give her back the damn dog and be a new dog.
I mean, they could, but no, that I've already spent way too much money on that little fucker. He's coming back with me. We can't abandon him twice.
Your dog is a demon. He chewed up one of
Dude,
my slippers
yeah.
and a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, dude, he's still jonesing for his next hit. You can see it. That's why he shakes so much now. He's got the fucking nicotine withdrawals.
Yeah, just feed him some Nicorette. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Slap a nicotine patch on his back and he'd be good to go.
Fun fact about those, if you're going into the medical field or if you use those patches, make sure you fucking take off the old one. Because it's very easy, especially for like in those poor nursing homes, for great granddad be 98 with 64 patches all over his body, just feeling fine.
Oh man, that man's riding his
Absolutely. And it happens. Oh my God, it happens so much. Like there's like fentanyl patches, right? So they do the pain relief and shit like that. We've had some people, when you put them on, you have to use gloves because if you don't, you'll touch it and then it'll get absorbed into your system, and from there you find a fucking nurse passed out on the floor in the patient's room, and the patient's fucking comatose. He's in hospice care. He doesn't know what's going on, but sure enough, there she is, face down on the floor, stethoscope wrapped around her neck.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so wear gloves and stay away from old people, I guess, is really the moral of that story.
Speaking of pain patches,
Oh God.
we need some pain patches for what we watched on Sunday. I'll let you go
Jesus.
first.
All right, Cowboys v Vikings or Jaguars. It's week 10 +5. They lost somehow. I mean, I know exactly how they lost. I mean, you could see it even from the the pick six to end the game. We'll talk about the picks here in a minute. A lot of it's just, I mean, the Jaguars it's sad to say they outplayed everything. They were playing, this was supposed to be like the first week of college football. Texas A&M takes on maybe not like Appalachian State, because I think they're doing really well, but like Colorado Tech, some shit like that. They go in, put up like 87 points, break the quarterback's dreams and femur, and then they just go on to week 2. That's what this should have been for the Cowboys. But the entire game, man, it's just everything was, there was always something, somebody was a half a step too slow. It was just, there was sloppy. There was a number of times when Kellen Moore just picked plays that you definitely wouldn't have seen here. So Jaguars, I was watching their game last week, and I knew this one was going to be a weird game, but all you had to do was just break them. They have a strong run game, and that's really what fucks it up here. We weren't really stunting. We didn't really blitz all that much. And that was the whole thing. Like, I guess, I don't know if somebody's reading the tabloids or we wanted to take it easy, but there wasn't anything going. There was no penetration in the bag. I think there was 1 sack. I mean, even then, the defense has been on a downhill, at least in the backfield, tearing things up, has been dropping the last 3 games. I think there's only been maybe 4 sacks in the last game, not even, maybe 3. But we're not seeing the same aggression that we once saw with Dan Quinn. And I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if, like I said, maybe he's reading the tabloids or the things or something where it's like, oh, you got to stop the run, so you got to, blah, blah, blah. But that's just not how this game works, or this is not how this defense works. They're a pin your ears back, aggressive, get in the backfield and go, leave it up to your linebackers to try and make a play. I mean, that's just what we are. We got to keep that going. And the main thing about this game is that we had to make sure Trevor Lawrence just casting. We had to put it in his hands. He's a young quarterback. He's small. That's something I didn't know. He's what? He's tall. I'll give him that, but he's maybe It says 220 pounds, but I don't believe that at all. I'd say this man is 180. But flush him out of the pocket, make him take the hits, because you'll break him. But it never happened. It didn't happen until like the 4th quarter where there was any real penetration going, and the entire time the run game is just moving all through us. So it's not like we were pulling back to try and help or trying to put just bodies and plug holes. I mean, they just still ran through. This Etienne Jr., 103 yards, and a lot of them were big run plays. That I will say. And every single one of these always came off of a sweep, an outside handoff. Nothing was up the middle. And that's another issue that the Cowboys have had since, day one. They cannot, for whatever, seal the edge. Dak, I mean, they played Dak perfectly here.
Yeah.
He only had 30 attempts. Go ahead.
Just stop you one there a second. We had that same problem this week because we couldn't stop like these edge passes along the sidelines.
Yeah,
we had a problem with it. We made a couple stops with them, but nothing like what it should have been.
Yeah. And I mean, you gotta secure the edge. You gotta bring them. You always have to be bringing them back into the middle. That's where your help is. I mean, there's no 2 ways about it. Now, one thing I found interesting, we have a fantastic receiving core. I mean, between Brown, Lamb, we just picked up T.Y. Hilton, but he didn't play this game. We got the 2 tight ends. Ezekiel Elliott, for whatever reason, he can't catch shit out of the backfield usually, but he did have a couple catches this game. We have the Pollard where he's great at running his route, coming out. I think we're definitely underutilizing Mike Gallup, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, Gallup he's a veteran. He's been in the league. Well, I don't know about a veteran, but he's been in the league for a while. He knows what he needs to do. He knows how to get it done. But I don't know. It's just like he feels like they're not using him. It's just we just have him to just, I guess, waste, salary cap space right now because their plays are not being designed to help him out on a one-on-one. I mean, he's not that old, but it looks like he's lost a step because, I mean, why is he going to go all out every single time when he's just getting double covered and he has to find the pocket that Dak just won't see? Why is he going to be doing what he can do? That being said, he can definitely make a catch in traffic, but you don't want to be exposing your receivers like that. That's a real easy way to get them to be, 4 or 5 season receivers and never be heard from again, which is what's going to end up happening here. Couple good things though. While the offensive creativity was lacking, it really felt like this was a kind of like a prototype game. You know, they want to see what is going to be working for us going into the playoffs. That's what I'm thinking. That's just what makes the most sense to me. Because there was a lot of stuff that you never see.
It's a bad time to start doing that.
Right. Well, I think this might have been a throwaway game. Like, we know we're not going to get the number one seed in the NFC East. We know that we already clinched the wild card. We know, so that's what I'm thinking it is. This wasn't a must-win game. This wasn't a we're gonna lose game. But I think there was a lot of experimenting, and I'm just wondering if maybe I just think they're just feeling it out. There was a number of times, Dallas loves the screens, and they lined up in the screen formation where they had the trips bunch outside wide. And I'm like, why? But they kept doing it. They did like 4 or 5 times. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what are they looking for? What are they trying to see? We just got our one tackle back, Tyron Smith. Let me make sure that's his name. Haven't talked about him in a minute. Yeah. So one thing that we have is we have that rookie on our left side of tackle. Well, that's usually his spot. So instead, they ended up moving him over to the right tackle because he's doing really well. And if you got a rookie that's doing decent enough, right now it's not the time to be changing things up. Let him be where he's been at the entire season. Even then, though, he did have, I think it was the first sack in the first quarter. But I mean, that was just like a coverage sack. There's really nothing you can do about that. That's entirely on Dak just either not checking down or not throwing away the ball. But that goes back again to all this awareness. Where is his awareness? What is he thinking? Who is telling him what? It makes no sense. All in all, I think the Jaguars had a decent game. Trevor Lawrence, he was on today. He's very inconsistent. I will say that. But I mean, with anybody, they get him on a hot streak, that'll keep it going. I was really impressed with their run game. I didn't think they had one whatsoever. And the defense, just kind of, they were just the defense. I think that offensively, the Cowboys just beat themselves really. And again, I think it's just going back to maybe they're just trying something new. And you can say, oh, well, they let up the 30 whatever points. And I'm like, yeah. And it was a lot of broken coverage, a lot of busted, somebody just didn't read a key right. Because if you look at the time of possession, it's like 40 minutes to 30 or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, 35 to 27, a full 8 minutes, half a quarter. And a lot of the stuff, they really didn't have a lot of, everything was first and second down with the Jaguars. They came out hot and they kept going and they just ran. Did pretty good with the penalties this go around. And yeah, and the pick 6 to end it at the end. It bounces off of Noah Brown, who's going to the ground on a weird throw from Dak. I don't know what's going on. He's usually accurate. That's what I don't get about these, interceptions the last 4. You know what? Just maybe he needs to go get that thumb re-evaluated or something. But I don't know, man. He's just not hitting. And it's not that he's choking or anything, because a lot of the interceptions have been, bouncing off receivers' hands or pads. And I wonder if he's like trying to zip ball. Well, that's the thing, right? He has poor judgment, I guess. Again, the awareness. He just wants to zip that ball in like it's a fucking Madden game. Like, nah, man. These are real people. Sometimes when you throw it too fucking hard, it's just gonna bounce off. Physics are real.
Physics are real, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I think he needs to stop throwing. Not stop throwing. I mean, he's quarterback, but he needs to stop forcing throws, and he needs to know when to. I mean, not roll out, but he needs to know when to just throw the ball away or just put it in the dirt. Or, well, I mean, obviously you don't want to intentionally ground it, right? But just throw it to where okay, just throw it out of bounds. But the receiver's right there. It's a bad play. It's a bad play. Because if you force something, it's going to go off the receiver's hands. Pick 6 ends the game. Or you're going to throw it and you're going to get it hit just tipped at the line of scrimmage, or the linebacker that you for whatever reason still can never see in that low zone is just gonna get a pinky on it, and sure enough, there's another pick right there. Yeah, I don't know who told him that he doesn't have the arm strength, but I mean, it's obviously not true. It feels like somebody's in his head, but I don't know who. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, Dallas. This is a loss. It sucks, but it's not a. I would not be pulling the ripcord whatsoever. I think that this just again, it was an experimental game, and I think that we learned a lot from it. I'm hoping that we learned a lot from it. This is me just huffing that copium,
Feel you.
and that's yeah. Cowboys lost. Less score to more score because I already forgot it.
It was 34-40.
Yeah, I mean Jacksonville just went out there and just footballed harder. There's just nothing you can do about it.
Kind of the same thing that happened to us.
Yeah,
We were doing great, really. The first, like, we did great the first half, did great for most of the second half. Our big thing is that Tom tried to force these couple throws.
yeah,
One throw that was really low to the ground when I think Mike Evans I think it was Mike Evans who was already going down to the ground.
hmm
And it came up as a pick, and they turned that into a touchdown. And another one, I believe it was in the third quarter, that he was getting sacked. We were already like 1 and 20 with a penalty, 1st and 20 with a penalty. So he was
yeah,
trying to make a throw, and he got sacked, and the ball went walkie, and somebody came up with it, and they
hmm
turned both of those into a touchdown.
yep,
I mean, the Bengals' defense was really good. Our defense was really good. Like I said, we beat them in every stat,
yeah.
um, other than points.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at it here. The turnover differential, what? It's 4-1. That's three possessions that they had more than you easily, and I'm sure it was
No,
on a very short side of the
uh,
field.
I mean, technically Joe Burrow threw an interception. I don't think we did anything with it.
Yeah,
And he also fumbled the ball once, but we didn't recover it.
yeah.
So it's literally like 1-2. It
No, you had two fumbles lost. Well, I guess
Oh,
yeah,
he had two
two fumbles
fumbles
and two
and two
interceptions.
interceptions, but the Bengals also threw an interception, and Joe Burrow fumbled the ball on a sack, but he recovered it.
Yeah, and I'm really guessing here that I mean they beat you in yards, and it's
They didn't beat us
a
in
hundred or
yards.
no, my bad. You guys beat them in yards, so
We beat them in
160
everything.
yards. Yeah, they had 160. You guys had 160 yards more than the Bengals. So a lot of this stuff I think was
Penalty
just
yards killed
bad.
us,
Yeah, penalty. Yeah,
and
and
those
a lot of the turnovers were on the short
really,
field.
really those, like I said, the two big things were those two interceptions that turned into touchdowns. If
Yeah,
they didn't get that, it would have been a different game.
right.
Um, cause look, Bengals really didn't do anything until the second half of the game, and and we can't. I just don't know. The Bengals came out and balled hard.
Yeah,
We did too, though. Like
yeah,
it was a good game all around. Like I'm disappointed that we lost, but I can't be too mad about too many things with this one, other
yeah,
than Tom Brady trying to force some throws that shouldn't have been made.
yeah.
Especially the one where he's getting sacked. I think he should have just taken that one. We would have been second in like 22 or something like that,
hmm
and try to make the best of what we can there.
Yeah.
But
And I'm looking, man. I don't see really any like breakout star. I mean, fucking Brady with 300 yards.
no,
That's
it's like
massive.
everyone got their hands on the ball pretty much
Yeah.
this week, which is a good thing. You kind of want
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
You want to attack them from a bunch of different directions.
Absolutely.
But
And that's something that Brady's always been good about. That
yeah, it's just like
distribution.
that poking and prodding and seeing where you can make a hole.
Yeah.
And we found them for the most part. It's just that what really killed us was those two interceptions.
Yeah.
Um, Bengals go 10-4. We're stuck at 6-8. I don't know. what the division's looking like for the Bengals, if they've clinched anything or not.
I don't.
As of
That's a
right
very good
now,
question.
we're still in the lead in the NFC South somehow, some way or another.
Yeah.
They are in the lead of their division in the AFC North, but
Yes.
it's only by one, and they're behind the Ravens, and they play the Falcons next week.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, as for the NFC South, it's all up in the air. It's literally a race to the bottom.
Oh yeah.
It goes us in first place, and then every other team in third place, and we're only up by a game.
Yeah. And
And
there's three
everyone,
left. Is that
no,
right? 14? Yeah, there's 17
yeah,
games.
16. Yeah, you got to play week 16, 17, and
So
then
there's 3 games
18.
left. Yeah, so you as the Bucks, you have to win. If you win the next 2 games, you've clinched it. If
Yeah,
everybody else loses even once and you win once, that would be. I mean, they could still come back, but it'd be yeah. But you guys have to win next week, man.
we really do. We got to beat
But
we have to beat the Cardinals.
yeah, the good news is Panthers are playing the Lions, and
Yeah, I think
then
I can only hope that the Lions take that one. The Lions are 7-7. The Lions have all that heart in them.
yeah, man, they just
Like the
keep coming back.
Bengals. That's the thing with the Bengals and the Lions. The Bengals are much more better at it though. Is that they keep their head down, no matter what, and they just keep playing football.
Yeah.
Like I've seen
Oh
the
yeah.
Bengals come back like a 30-point deficit. Like I think it was last year, and they came back. They didn't win,
Yeah.
but they came
Right.
back from like zero
Yeah.
to like it was like a 0-30 game,
Yeah.
and then they
I
came back
mean,
in like a quarter and a half and just worked through it.
yeah. I mean, in this league, it's something you have to do. And I don't know if it's on the field with the players or if it's more in the coaching staff, but still, that's
I want Todd Bowles gone for next year. I really do. I don't think he's the head coach because he just kind of sits there and just kind of has like no emotion, nothing. I don't see him like even cheering. I just don't like him as a head coach. I really don't.
who I do like as head coach? That Miami Dolphins guy.
Oh, that stupid dude.
Yeah,
I
he
can't remember his
looks.
name.
Yeah, he
The
looks
young
like
guy.
he looks like his dad went out of town, and he's like, "Hey, you're in charge of the business till I get back." And he's
Yeah,
like, "I got you, pop."
I mean it shows, especially the Tua situation earlier in the year.
Oh God, yeah.
Um, like you said earlier, you clinched a wild card spot along with the
Hmm.
Eagles. I mean, the Eagles
Yeah.
had it a long time ago,
Oh yeah, they
but
clinched it last week with their win, I
mhm.
believe.
It sucks to see the Giants fall off like that, but it happens. The Giants did
Oh,
really well for what they had. Um,
yeah,
49ers have clinched a wild card spot. The
yeah,
Vikings have clinched a wild card spot. Oh no, they clinched the division. I'm sorry. 49ers clinched the
yeah,
division and Vikings clinched the division.
yeah.
And Bills on the AFC side, the Bills have clinched a wild card spot.
Hmm.
The Chiefs have clinched a division.
Yeah.
And really,
I
AFC
don't.
North, it's between Bengals and Ravens. They're only a
Yeah,
game in between each other.
yeah.
Along
But
with the
Lamar Jackson, I hear is I don't know if he's gonna be coming back anytime soon.
oh, I don't know.
But either way, they definitely have a wild card spot no matter what. I think. I mean, the only other person is the Dolphins and the Chargers, but Dolphins are going downhill. Chargers are in a streak. I don't think it's going to go any more farther than that. So I think it's going to be the Ravens coming in at the end, and maybe Lamar Jackson having a playoff run.
Yeah, I mean, nice to see him.
Yeah.
I would love. I think he's gonna go to a Super Bowl here in like the next 5 years
Oh yeah. Let's see.
because he hasn't been in the league for long. I think this is his like second or third year.
I think so. Let me see.
Oh, didn't you guys sign what's his name? Odell
T.Y.
Beckham?
Hilton. No, well, I don't think we did.
I thought I heard that you did.
Uh, no. Well, I know for a fact that we got Hilton is his name, but
Oh,
yeah,
oh, it
he's
just
supposed to be good.
says it's like diminishing. There was like a whole bunch of rumors I heard that he was
Oh yeah,
trending
yeah, he's
downwards.
signed. Yeah, he
And then
came by
I'm
for
looking
a
at
thing.
I just looked at it and it's like, nope. it's not looking like he is. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No shit. Looks like Lamar Jackson has been with the Ravens for 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, 2018.
Well, is that when he got signed with the Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's a little bit different than playing. You could be like on red. You
Yeah.
could be redshirted.
Yeah. It looks like after yeah, he's had an issue with injuries. I know last year he was out for a couple
The
games.
Ravens have been plagued with injuries. Last year was really bad.
Yeah. All right, we're
But
going back to the standings here. So we got the Ravens, and they don't know if Jackson will be back this week, probably next week. I think it's just I don't know what exactly is going on with his knee, but he should be back before the end of the regular season. And then the AFC South, really looking like the NFC South here.
yeah, it's a literal race to the bottom.
Yeah. You know what I found interesting? Is it, let's see, who's behind you? Is it, oh, I thought well, everybody's
It's a
behind you by literally
three-way
one game.
tie for
It's a
second
three-way tie.
place. That's what I
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. So the good news is, I think the Falcons, I
They
think just
played.
recently they dropped, or they didn't drop, but I don't know what happened to Mariota, Marcus Mariota.
Oh, did he fall off the
They're,
face of the earth?
something like that. I think he was injured or he was like hurting in a game. And then,
Yeah, they played the Saints. They played Desmond Ryder. I don't even know who that is.
yeah, that was just just their rookie backup.
When did that happen?
Let's see. Yeah, Marcus last week. 1 day later, he ended his tenure with the team. Holy shit.
Oh, he quit.
Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, what is who cares? Marcus gone. Who cares?
I mean, okay, so that's one team down. I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about the Falcons.
I don't know, man. Now that they have a quarterback, it might be different. Well, even
Desmond
a
Ryder,
rookie. Yeah, well, like Marcus, what did
he
Mariota
threw
do
13 for
in?
26 for
Yeah,
97 yards against the
yeah,
New Orleans Saints.
yeah, and they do have a very soft coverage. Okay, so yeah, you might be fine there. But Mariota was nothing more than just a $1 million handoff machine. I mean, he wasn't doing anything. The only way that they made real that was his only contribution, just handing the ball off and going, well, try and get the yards that I couldn't. So I'm not surprised that this happened.
I'm gonna
I
look at
just
their
think it took off way
first
too
game of the
early.
season. The Saints. It was Saints versus Falcons. First game of the
Yeah,
season. Marcus Mariota threw for 215 yards, 20 for 33,
which isn't bad. You
which
know, it's average, but it's not
that's
bad.
average. And what was his last game he played?
It was with
Steelers
the
Falcons.
Steelers. Yeah, yeah. He got benched
Uh,
during that game and then quit during the bye week.
13-24 for 167 yards.
Yeah, no,
So
he's
like
there's nothing.
50%, 53% repeating.
Yeah, so you're fine there.
Uh, what else we got? The
I do worry
Saints.
about the Saints. I don't know what's going on with the Saints, man. They show up or they
They're
don't.
still running Andy Dalton and um
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill,
Yeah, which is what they have to do. I mean, there's no other way around it.
which I think will be fine there. And the
Yeah,
Panthers, who are the Panthers running? Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, which I mean, he's not a bad quarterback, but he's just another kind of like middle of the bunch
Panthers
kind
really
of
don't have
guy.
like a rushing defense. I mean, a rushing offense. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So we really don't have to worry about that. If we can lock down if we can lock down their pass game, somebody can. Then I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah,
Like I think we'll win. I think we will.
yeah,
I think the Lions will beat the Panthers. I really do. Weirder
yeah,
things have happened though. It's a cat
yeah.
game.
A cat game,
Yeah, you
yes.
know you have bird game, you got cat game.
Bird. Were you one of those kids that you were like you would listen like, oh, the fuck, what is it? The Vikings are gonna go up against the Bears, and you're like, holy shit, they're gonna fight bears.
No, I knew what football was from a young age.
Ah, yeah, nah, I could not figure that out, and I was trying to figure out where everybody was watching this. What blood sport? Like
I
I would
think
need to find.
football is a blood sport.
It is, but I was
Not as
expecting
much as it used to
gladiators.
be.
Tell you right
Yeah,
now, I definitely could take a fucking Seahawk.
I don't think you can.
Well, actually, before no, I say it.
Let's
I'm
look.
googling what
I'm
they
gonna.
look like right now. Dude, it's a bird. You just grab it.
Yeah, it's technically an osprey.
An
Look up an
osprey.
osprey. Yeah, that's what a Seahawk is.
All I'm getting are Halo 4.
Type an osprey bird.
Yeah, it's a falcon. It's a big falcon thing. Oh look,
Those
this one
things,
has it's eating.
yeah, they can fly at like 80 miles per hour.
Okay, so what is it gonna do? Kamikaze at me? Then we're both dead. So who
Well, yeah,
wins?
it's gonna kamikaze at you with fucking talons,
Okay,
which are like
you can.
knives on its feet.
Yeah. Well,
This
if
thing's
he
gonna
can reach,
fuck you up.
what do? I take off my shirt and then
Uh
just
huh.
catch it in like a net.
I
I
think
don't
you're
think it's that hard to fight a
severely.
bird.
I
Like an
I mean,
eagle,
it
I would definitely
is.
worry about.
It kind of
Like I think
is. I would say you could take an owl,
the wisest animal in the animal kingdom,
but
the owl.
they're the slowest birds.
Yeah, but he's read Sun Tzu's The Art of War. You think I can
What do you
take on that? Dude,
mean?
he's got glasses. He knows how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, and you want me to fight him?
Oh my god.
There's absolutely no way I'd fight an owl. Just on principle, really.
Okay, I'll
But no, I
give
think I'd
you.
fuck up an owl.
You can't have a gun to fight it. I won't give you a gun, but what
Okay,
weapon would you
okay.
take to fight
Do I
a
also
bird?
have to be a bird, a net?
A net?
Yes, like you know the gladiator net. Yeah,
So a fishing net,
I
because
mean it'd
that's
be
what
for
those
bird
were.
fishing, but yes, yeah.
You take a fishing net. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but you throw the net and you miss. You're kind of out of a net.
What do you mean? Are we fighting on like the cliff face? Do I throw the
No, I'm
net that
saying
goes
you
off
got
of the
if you
edge?
throw a net, right? And if
Yeah.
the bird's smart, it's just gonna maneuver around and it's gonna come in and attack you then because now you've lost your net. I
Yes,
mean,
but
yeah,
I've
you
thrown
got to
off
go
his
pick it up.
trajectory. Yeah, yeah, I've thrown off his trajectory. If he was
Yeah,
coming
but the
straight at
bird's
me,
gonna be able to move faster than you.
do you? Okay, how far do you think I can throw a net?
Maybe 5 feet.
Exactly. So 5 feet. There's no way a bird is good enough. I don't know how good birds are at maneuverability, but I really don't think
I
that
don't
they
know how
could within 5 feet.
good
They could
bird.
fucking hit you with a running back like foot drills to maneuver around the net. But and how
I
big is
think
the net? It's like a 5 by 5. That's like a 15, 20 pound net.
I think you severely misunderestimate your abilities to throw a net.
You know what? That's true. How much prep time do I get to learn how to throw a net?
0.
That's not fair. The
I
Seahawk has all his life
this
to
is the
learn how
first.
to use his talons.
Well, you should have dedicated your life to throwing a net then.
You know what?
I
It's
know to
true.
throw a net.
Can I phone a friend then? Can I send
I'm
smoke
not
signals
helping
to you?
you. I'm gonna watch it. I'm putting money down on the bird.
Absolutely. Okay. So okay, so you don't think you could fight the bird?
No, I mean, I think I can get the bird to fly away.
You're gonna make it trainer battle leave you? Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so what bird would you have me fight? You picked the Seahawk.
Yeah, I guess you can pick. You know what? Cardinals are really small. You could fuck up a cardinal.
Well, no, that'd be too easy.
Yeah. Well, it's a bird. Like an eagle, I think would be too big. That'd be a
Yeah.
problem. Oh, you know
Oh,
what? I could.
speaking of bird, have you seen a picture? I'll pick my bird, but I'm gonna send you a picture. I'm gonna think of it.
All right, now is
Um,
this an NFL bird or are we just
no,
going to
this is a
birds?
extinct animal.
The emu.
No, I'm trying to remember. It's kind of like an emu.
Oh, you could fuck up a raven. Depending where you fight a dolphin, I think that would.
A dolphin's not a bird.
Yeah, yeah, but depending where you fight a dolphin, I think you can win.
Yeah, if I fight the dolphin on land.
Exactly. Like, I don't know what a
Um,
packer is, but I think I could fight one. I could definitely fuck up a saint. They don't throw back,
I
so
would
I think it's like a
think.
default win.
I don't. I wanted to say a vulture, but I remembered how big vultures were.
Yeah, vultures are big, dude. They got like a 6 foot wingspan.
Um, and ravens are too smart.
You don't think you
Maybe
can fight a
just
single raven?
well, if there's one raven, there's like 30. Um,
There's one, there's 30. You know those ravens in their that entourage.
well, yeah, it's called yeah. There's like 30 of them.
Is that the minimum? Is that the normal raven
I don't
herd
know.
size? What?
Um, I'd probably take on a penguin.
Outside and
Hey,
asking
give me
what we
one
were
second. I
doing.
gotta see what the fuck's going on right now. Okay. You said what could you fight?
Penguin.
You could you fight a penguin.
Oh yeah, I'd fuck a penguin up.
I mean, yes, yeah, seems like yeah, you could definitely fuck a penguin up.
In the water, no way. That thing's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
fuck me up.
dude, yeah, you fucking use Aquajet and
Actually, you know
fucking
what?
blow a hole through your
I
chest.
take my chances in the water.
You think? Don't they get up to like 40 miles an hour?
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna choose a spear as my weapon.
I think that you are greatly
Spear you can use in the water. It's maneuverable enough to where it's not gonna like create so much drag in the water. And a spear is also good on land.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. So the penguin, a king penguin, this is. Well, actually, they can reach maximum burst of speeds of 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. So in freedom, that is 18
Units,
to
what is that?
25.
And real units, what is it?
18 and a half to 25 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, yeah. I mean, 25 is not that fast.
No, that's slower than like a. If we're
Slower than a
talking,
car.
yeah, you could literally just kind of like stick your arm out and grab him at that point.
Yeah.
Can you? I'll drown him. He probably holds his breath longer than me.
Well, yeah, but you can just hold him under the water. It's a penguin. What's he gonna do? Like, oh, you know what? You should use the as a weapon the 6-pack plastic. Those motherfuckers can't
Oh,
resist it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how you beat them. You trap them.
Um,
But no, a spear's pretty good. Would you get a spear like a trident?
no, I choose a
Dude,
spear.
why not the trident?
Tridents are a bit heftier in the front, and tridents are not meant for like underwater. They're meant for like gigging. You know what a gig is?
It's when you finally get your big break and they let you play at the bar.
No, gigging is for like when you're standing up on the water and you're stabbing like into the water to spear fish like that. You want more points to try and get the fish.
Yeah. I mean, I've been frog gigging before. I just
Yeah,
didn't
it's the
know that
same
was.
thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that though. I thought gigging was specifically for frogs. I didn't realize that it
No,
was an action.
the gig is the type of head. That's why it's called
Now,
gigging.
how many G's are in gigging?
3 or 4. Gigging.
And you know what's funny? Usually the people that are out there gigging are the people that don't use G's.
Yeah. I was gonna say that I couldn't fight an elephant bird, but those are extinct.
Oh, that's why you can't find it.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. It was the moa. It was
Why
like
is
this
it? Yeah,
giant bird, moa, and moa. What are they called? Um,
I don't know, but apparently the term elephant
when
bird,
you stuff an animal like for
uh,
on display, what is it called?
taxidermy.
Yes,
Dude, if you're
because
ever being chased by taxidermists, don't play dead.
I still
Did
have
your audio
PTSD
peak
of
out
it.
because you were laughing so hard and I didn't hear you? What happened
No,
there?
there was a really famous, not really famous, but there's like a picture of somebody with like standing next to one of those things, and it's insane on how tall it is.
I mean, I googled elephant bird and they're like roughly 12 feet tall.
Okay, I don't think you like appreciate how tall that is, but as a fucking bird. like a
That's
predator bird.
that's a dinosaur at that point. It's not a bird
Yeah,
anymore. It can't fly. It's not a bird.
and those went extinct only like 200 years ago.
Yeah,
Like
probably because there's
the
not enough food in the world to try and sustain that large of a creature.
yeah, that was
Also,
part of the
probably the Ice
problem.
Age.
Here it is. Why does it always have to be the cryptid people that have like a picture that I need? It's not a cryptid. These things are extinct.
Dude, I'm just imagining it's a lot of this is the plot to Up, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Like what the fuck are we doing right now?
Let me send you this picture that I found. It's a
All right.
recreation, so don't get too scared.
No. Hmm.
But imagine that thing charging you down, and all you are is a dude like these guys are. Because I think it's found in like Papua New Guinea. You're just some dude in like a jungle, a mountain jungle, and this bird comes charging at you. There's nothing you can do.
Nah, you gotta lose it in the weeds. It's the only way.
This thing's gonna see in over into the weeds.
Yeah, it's so tall that it can't see the tree canopy down. So what you do is you gotta just run to the bushes. There's no other way. And you
I
gotta
don't even
hope
know
that
what you do
somehow,
there.
yeah, you gotta hope somehow he just can't get through to you. You just run and find like a small hole to hide in. So how did we get here? You think you can fight that?
Oh, I was saying I couldn't fight that.
Oh, okay.
I would like to try.
You know, in a Deadliest Warrior
Yeah,
reenactment. Do you remember that show?
yeah. I
Oh
also
man.
remember the one of the experts that they had on there lied about like remember the Marine dude that they had on there?
Yeah, the Marine and like
And
I think it
he
was like Spetsnaz or some shit.
spec ops or he wasn't a Spetsnaz dude. He said he was like a special forces guy. It turned out he was like I think he was like a bookkeeper or something for like that unit or something like that. He never saw combat or anything. He lied about his total like experience. And it was like partially the reason why the show went away
Oh shit! Oh, I didn't hear
because they
anything
lost like a
about
lot of
this.
credibility. I think it's
Oh,
because
like
of
one of the hosts or what?
Deadliest
Oh
warrior
shit!
or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Dude,
I
you ever
used to
play the
watch the
video game?
yeah, I did. It was a cool video game. It wasn't
Yeah.
very good.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
that could be a game you could do for a sideline speed run.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody's. Yeah. Fucking. You can buckle up, kids. This is.
Workshopping
Yeah.
sideline speed running live.
You're about to see how the sausage is made.
I'm assuming there is.
Yeah. There's 7 runs altogether.
That's not bad.
Yeah. 9 minutes and 35 seconds apparently. Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 people pick Hannibal, which I'm guessing is Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Barcar.
Oh no, that's the African king guy, right?
Dude, I don't remember if he was king. He was the one that crossed the Alps into Rome when
To
trying
be
to fight
fair, I don't know where the Alps are really. They're like
the Swiss
Europe.
Alps.
Ah, see? Should have just told me hot cocoa. I would have got
You
it
know that
right
famous
there.
painting of Napoleon on horseback, like in the mountains with like the horse rearing?
No.
Okay, well, you uncultured swine.
Yeah, did you see the one that I drew for my mom when I was 6? I don't know what it is either. So what is it? Napoleon painting
I just looked at
Swiss
Napoleon
Alps.
crossing the Alps.
Napoleon Crossing Alps by Jacques Louis David.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah, those are the same Alps that Hannibal crossed.
Okay, I still gotta find out who Hannibal is.
Hannibal Bakar.
Okay. Huh. Where was he from?
He was from
Let's see. Where's the Wikipedia?
uh
Carthaginian?
yeah, Carthage.
Where the fuck is that?
Carthage is like North Africa. If you know where
The
it's the part
Mediterranean
of like
Sea is.
it's like the part of Africa that like touches the Mediterranean. It's a bit below the um
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I see it.
what is it? What's those chain of islands off of Italy? Um
Sicily? No.
no,
Yes.
the other ones.
Hold up.
Oh, why is my geography failing me? Not Carpathia. Fuck.
It's just what islands in Mediterranean.
It's killing me.
See, this is Santorini, Majorca,
No, no,
Corfu, Rhodes, Capri,
no.
Formentera,
You're going
Menorca.
too fast. It's not like comprehending for me.
Jesus
Do, do,
Christ.
do, 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 do,
Malta.
do, do. Yes.
Malta sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That's where Colt 45s are made.
If you go
And
like a little
malt
bit
liquor.
south off the coast of Malta or Sardinia, I'm sorry.
Okay. That's still like, I don't, you're telling
Okay,
me these
you know
words.
those two big islands off the west coast of Italy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Sardinia.
Hmm.
And Carthage is a bit south. It's just south from there and a bit more west, I believe.
Did you know that there is a volcano called Stromboli
Oh,
in
that's great.
an island in Italy somewhere?
It doesn't surprise me.
I just can't believe it's Stromboli. Also, Mediterranean Sea, 4.6 on Google reviews. Here's a question someone had. Do mermaids live in this sea? Answer,
Are you
translated by
serious?
Google. Yes, with SpongeBob and the pineapple at the bottom of the sea. God, I love the internet.
God. But yeah, that could be one thing that you could do for
Do
a
you
server.
have jellyfish now? Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, easy, all weapons allowed, whatever that means. The last
Somebody,
run was a year ago, it looks like.
yeah, somebody banned the #1 run though for some reason.
What do you mean? Oh, shit.
Banned, yeah,
Yeah, why? What happened?
I don't know.
Maybe he cheated, but
Uh,
they didn't take him off?
yeah, I don't understand why. There's no. Oh, there's a moderator. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to work on that. The becoming
Oh,
the
yeah.
moderator for your um, what is it? The motorcycle.
Yeah, yeah, I don't
We
remember
need
what
to
it is.
post that to the speed run, and
Yeah.
then we can hostile take it over. We could do the same thing we did to that guy, except we still
Yeah.
won.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
they did not let me do what do you call it? The one thing.
what one thing?
Um, they didn't let me make the Fat Princess.
Why? What did you do wrong?
I didn't have two forms of ID or some shit.
Okay, well then put another one and try again.
No, I'm doing it now, but I
Oh,
don't
now,
know why.
fucking like 6 months after the run's done.
Right. Okay, that's two. That should be. Yeah, they said you just needed two. So
Yeah, do your Twitter and I don't know what else.
I just put my Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, that should do them enough.
Shit, I hope so, man. This guy's fucking suck.
You gotta verify for our internet world records here.
Yeah, man. Like,
I mean, to be fair, they're probably doing this a lot better than what is it? The Guinness World of Records, because you have to pay for those.
really, it's for Guinness to come out.
Yeah, it's like 6 grand for a Guinness authenticator to come out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Eh,
It's all just like PR. Like you can say, "Oh, I got the Guinness World Record of fastest person to shove 6 eggs up their asshole."
Oh, hopefully they're hard boiled. Because if not, if that shit cracks in there, oh, it's over.
So I started playing Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, how's that going for you? What is that?
It's great. So Dwarf Fortress is a like city management simulation and like roguelike game.
Yes, but it looks like you're trying to use the
Code the Matrix.
yeah, it looks like the original computers. Where are you just playing
Yeah.
what's like Zerg?
No, it's not.
Like
It kind
that's
of is text based, but it kind of isn't.
what
It's
does that
text
mean?
based in the sense like text based, like it's only like words, like
So I'm not gonna
like a
like it.
text based adventure. It's not
Mm,
though. That's not what it is. I'm saying it's kind of
mhm.
like that, where they use text to like represent like things. Like for example, comma would mean like, oh, that's a piece of like flat grass. Uh, the dollar sign is like I don't know, gold,
Money, probably. Yeah.
like gold or something like that. Um, So yeah, it's all like ASCII. It uses the ASCII things, and each
What
little
is
character.
ASCII?
ASCII is like all the symbols on a keyboard:
Letters?
letters, numbers,
Okay, I'm looking at it
symbols.
now because I see two different kinds of games. One is the one you showed me where it's God knows what the
So
fuck and
that's what I was
just
getting into.
yeah.
Um, the free play one, which is like the ASCII, which is what I'm playing. I'm not using the ASCII stuff anymore. I tried playing that for like a day and I couldn't do it because it got really confusing really fast. So what a lot of people do though is they get like a texture mod and they just put it over so it looks a little bit better. And just recently they came out with like a paid version. This
And I guess that one just really comes
it's
with all the mods and like
yeah, it
customer
has
support
some it came with some
or dev
mods.
support
Like it
rather.
technically well no, the game was free and they're still updating it. This
Ah,
game
okay.
has existed since 2006.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it.
It's a really
Like I
cool
feel like
game.
I've
I've
seen
heard
this
of it
before.
and I was always kind of
Yeah,
apprehensive of getting into it because I've heard it's so um
addicting.
no, it's very complicated.
You like that shit though.
I do, but this was something like a little bit above my
Pay grade.
yeah.
Oh
Um,
my god, dude, look at this fucking thing.
it's great. Um,
Yeah, I see like N's and R's.
mhm.
Is that what does the spade mean?
I couldn't tell you.
Jesus Christ.
Like after a day, I put on a texture pack.
Okay, so
But
what's the
this
point of the game? Is it just, keep going?
yeah, it's just to see like make your civilization last. But eventually it will come to an end.
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
Like war will break
you
out?
can no, like something will happen. Like yeah, like people will come to attack you. Like there's goblins and kobolds will try and attack your fortress. Like a dwarf will go crazy and like start killing other dwarves, and that starts like a spiral of them all killing each other. There are ways to like mitigate it and um force the game to never like fail, but that's no fun because where one of their catch lines is losing is fun because of the spiral it creates. Like for example, one of my first like real problems I had to deal with in my game is that a werebear came to attack my dwarves, and I wasn't ready for it. So I had to like quickly throw together a militia with like bare bones weapons, like maybe like a mace
Jesus.
that I got when I started, and like a crossbow and just some pickaxes that were already there for like mining. And I like sent everybody down into like the deepest part of my fortress and let the militia try to take care of it. And like they got wiped out. Like four, I think I had
Yeah.
like seven of them, and like two came back. And then so I had to try again, and eventually I just got enough dwarves to like punch him to death. Oh my
They're
god,
just
it was great. I was like flailing because I never had to deal with it, and trying to get it to go. So now I actually have a functioning militia, and
and I'm
I've
assuming that
I've
everything scales with you.
what do you mean?
So like once you have this giant civilization, Gandhi comes around at some point
Yeah,
and like nukes you
you'll
type
start getting
situation.
like dwarf like royalty, and they become more needy. Like they want their own like room, they want their own like quarters, they want their own throne, they want their own cemetery, not cemetery, what is it? Like grave plot.
But I would want my own grave plot too, yeah.
Well, I'm saying like they want like an elaborate one.
Oh, they want like a tomb
Yeah, they want a real tomb.
or
Like
mausoleum.
yeah, that kind of thing. Um I'm still having trouble like making alcohol. Like I have a still, I just can never
Hmm.
get like fruit or like it wants me to like make it from like leaves or mead or not mead from like leaves or like fruit, and I try to make it from fruit because I have like these fruits, but they
Hmm.
says the fruit's all rotten. I'm like, how is the fruit rotten? I just collected it, and I guess they're collecting rotten fruit, and that's not really helping me out.
Well,
So they're going
have
without.
you invested in ladders because they are dwarves, and I think trees are tall.
Yes, I do have. I have made step ladders.
Okay, because that's probably why you're getting rotten fruit because they just pick it up off the ground because they're like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?"
Like even though I've made step ladders, it still doesn't help the problem. Um,
No, then I have no idea. Maybe it's just bad. Did you take the heart of Tafiti? Maybe that's why all the
I don't even know what
fucking
that
crops are
is.
going bad. You don't know the heart
Um,
of Tafiti?
no,
Do you know Moana?
no,
Did you not watch it?
no. I'm not 4 years old.
Or are you not 4 years old? Or are you just dead inside?
No, I'm not gonna watch a movie made for a child. It's not
Okay.
gonna do me any good.
You don't want to get some of that frustration out.
No, what do you know what I do is I sit here and I play games.
A game that you can't win, where the tagline is "losing is
Yeah.
fun." Not Dark
Yes.
Souls, like get good. Eventually you can overcome the
Oh, this game
obstacle.
is more
No.
complicated than Dark
Ye-
Souls. I
Oh yeah,
100%. But at least in like with Dark Souls, like it's just the game's hard and you have to learn a pattern. Here
yeah,
there's no pattern to learn. It's just literally try to survive. I don't know. I like city management and this kind of thing. It goes
So,
along
did
with
you ever play
like
like SimCity and shit?
Sim City.
Yeah,
Yeah, I played it a couple times, but that just didn't do it for me. Like, there's nothing like, what's the worst thing that happens in SimCity is a tidal wave comes and your city gets destroyed, and that's
yeah,
kind of it.
tidal wave. Yeah, it
Here,
wasn't
there's a
until
lot,
recently they got more creative.
and like here, it's way more depth, and like this game's free.
Yeah,
Even with like the release version, they only made like a paid version, because I think it's developed by two brothers, Tarn Adams and Zach Adams. I don't want to say Zach has like a medical condition, and they needed money for like they just need money for
medical stuff.
yeah, medical treatment. And so they literally became millionaires overnight just by releasing the game.
Yeah.
The
Well,
they
how do they make money if it's free?
well, like I said, the Steam version. They just released it like
Oh,
maybe a week
okay.
ago.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that on Reddit.
And it's
Also, I like how you say how you said they're like, oh yeah, the brothers, and then you proceeded to name them whatever Adams and whatever
yeah,
Adams, as if
you
they
know
weren't
what?
gonna have the same last name.
They're the same people that did these are the same people that did Boyfriend Dungeon, that published Boyfriend Dungeon.
Oh,
Give
for real?
props. Yeah.
Oh, weird.
They developed and published it, I'm sorry.
It
But
wasn't a good game, but it wasn't bad. I mean,
no, but
it's
it's kind of
definitely a
like that.
throwaway.
It's an indie dev company, so they're gonna
Yeah,
take chances on things.
yeah, and like I said, it was fun if you're into that kind of stuff. But
Yeah,
I'm not into like the relationship sims.
that's
But I
fair.
really like the combat of it. I love roguelikes.
Yeah, this
Is it
is Dwarf
roguelike
Fort.
or roguelite?
I say road like. I don't like the
Right?
light part. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I've heard it seen both ways,
Yeah.
but if you haven't tried Dwarf Fortress, I'd seriously give it a shot because this game kind of puts to shame some AAA developers. It really does. For a free game that nobody has, you don't have to pay for.
Yeah.
Uh, you can literally go to their website and download it. It's literally very small. It's made in like C plus plus.
Mhm. Mhm. That's
Yeah.
yes.
I
Those are
believe
things that make
all the
sense.
artwork and stuff for the newer game is basically just like essentially just a glorified mod pack.
Yeah,
Um,
just a
it
skin.
was made by people within the Dwarf Fortress community. They didn't hire like outside people. It was all
So
done through
that's
like
labor of love.
modders and like stuff that's been part of this game for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's still an alpha, even as it been released on Steam. It's technically still alpha,
Jesus. Well, I
and
mean,
the
7 Days to Die has been in alpha forever. They just recently got into beta or something, wasn't it?
um the he what is it? The dev said that It's his life work, and 1.0 will probably not be ready for like another 20 years.
Jesus Christ. Well, from what I okay, so this thing
It's
is
two
incredibly
people.
complex.
It is like let me explain to you how complex this is. At one point, um, I've because like I said, I've heard of Dwarf Fortress, and I was aware for it for a while. There was a problem that okay, so you have cats, right? They have cats in this game.
Okay.
That cats would get into like they would go into like the bar area and they'd somehow like just keep dying and they didn't
The
know why.
cats?
Yeah, the cats just kept going into like their fortress and dying, and the player didn't know why. So he sent the dev a like a save file of his game. And what it turned out is that the dwarves love to drink ale, right? But they would drink ale and they just throw their empty cup, like half empty cup, onto the ground because they have to go do something
Oh.
else. So the cat
Oh
would walk
no.
in and get like alcohol in
Shit
its
faced.
paws, and because it
Okay.
got alcohol in its paws, it would like um, it would lick its paws to clean itself, because they had just introduced eyelids.
Eyelids?
Yeah, like a mechanic for eyelids, because like a dwarf would get bloody and they need a way to like clean their eyes, so you have to make eyelids. But that somehow fucked up with like the cats when they go to clean themselves, they would like lick the alcohol and they get like a blood alcohol level of 1 billion and keel over and die.
Fucking cats needed to get their stomach pumped. See, I thought you were gonna say some shit like, and then there was dogs. No, that is what a roller coaster of emotions that just was.
Yeah, that's a really famous thing from Dwarf Fortress, though.
Actually, that kind of seems like fun. Fuck, I might see what's up. Send me the link to download it, or do you just go to like
Just,
dwarffortress.com?
just, I'll send it to you. Like a Dwarf Fortress. It's bay12games.com. That's I guess
Oh, okay.
the
I think I was just there then. So I was looking in to be like, what the fuck
yeah.
is this?
So yeah, if you really want to get into it, it's I'm gonna send you I gotta find out where I did it, but I'll send you like the mod pack that I use. Just
Yeah,
because
because if I gotta look at this,
all contained. It's all contained. So like all I did was I downloaded the mod pack and the mod's already been installed to the game.
oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah,
you don't have to
there's
like
a
do any
pie
fancy like
symbol.
yeah. I think it's really cool to like look at the map though, like on the website with all the ASCII art. I think it's really neat. Like this is all
Yeah.
just made with like text, and that's why I said it's kind of like a text-based adventure, but it's not.
See, there's a lot of symbols, but I don't know what any of these things fucking mean.
Yeah, that was my problem too.
Upside
But
down
like,
J's. Is that a square root sign?
yeah,
What the fuck? Oh, they have the
um,
thing from like the old school Microsoft Word, the P that's like backwards and has two lines through it.
that means paragraph, by the way.
Wow.
So there used to be a symbol that you use for like you know how you would do like shorthand. It's like an abbreviation for paragraph.
Well, couldn't you see that it was a paragraph by looking at it? You didn't need a
No, you used to have to like
picture.
dedic like when you got into like really like high level college and stuff, you have to used to like mark annotate where a paragraph starts. Um,
What? Why though?
I couldn't tell you.
Like, just move. That was the whole point of the tab. You can tab in real life. You just move over a
Remember,
little
this
more.
is like before like computers.
Yeah. So when computers became a thing, is that when the tab, like starting a paragraph, that's when that became a thing?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm not.
What is the history of paper writing?
You really
You
want to
know,
know?
actually I do. History
Okay,
of
so
essays.
writing started mostly as a way to, from what I remember, as writing used to be a way to dictate what like stock of storage you had, like to keep stock of like how many like barrels of wine, how many
Yeah.
grains of rice. That's how writing started.
Yeah.
Um,
Just a
as
count,
a
not
way
accountability, inventory.
to account for things, yeah, for like
Yeah.
inventory. And gradually over time, it became to what it is today. It, I believe, started first on clay tablets.
No, wasn't it yeah, I think so. And then that's when and then like a
They
couple
went from
hundred years later,
they went to
the
it was clay tablets that were
yeah.
fired in like a fire, and that's what they would use, like slate. And then they moved to slate. which is just a rock with like another rock on it,
Yeah.
which is basically like a chalkboard kind of. But before you figured out what chalk and the board is, slate is still kind of used for chalk. Were used up until like the end of chalkboards.
Yeah, I mean it's just like, charcoal, or
And
whatever.
around that time when like Africa was using like slate stuff, I want to say Chinese figured out how to use like paper or animal skin, and gradually, I think through trade, the rest of the world figured out what would be the modern world figured out how to use animal skin
Yeah.
for it, or it could have been like Egyptian papyrus first. I don't
Yeah.
remember which one came first. I want to say
Yeah.
papyrus came first, and then that quickly fell out for animal skin, or it didn't. I can't remember. Animal
Well, I mean,
skin.
animal skin is such a pain in the ass, and it's a resource that's not easily readily. I mean, that's you can go get
It
it, but
is. No, well,
to
if you're
to
farming
work on it,
animals,
yeah. But
animal skin is not that hard to come by.
yeah, but how
Um,
many farmers did you really need?
I mean, think that one farmer can grow maybe like 100 sheep, 200 sheep.
Yeah, but he's the only
That's
guy in town who's the farmer.
well,
Because what
no.
do you need with
Imagine everybody
400
doing.
sheep?
Imagine everybody doing that though.
Yeah, see, okay, so that's another thing. If everybody's a farmer back in the day
Well,
and
not
everybody has
everybody
100
was.
sheep, nobody has any sheep.
Well, no, because you can trade like, oh, okay, I grow sheep in this city, but maybe if I take some of my sheep to the next like town over, they have cows. You know what I'm saying? It's more trade
Yeah.
oriented than anything else. And you could use like I'll trade you 3 sheep for, I don't know, three like a bolt of like canvas or something.
Yeah, but it
You know
still
what
would
I
be a
mean?
pain in the ass to like have to work the animal skin into being usable as opposed to rock and
Yeah,
just
well, yes and no, because you had to get somebody to like actually carve the rock to like bang out the rock to
yeah, but
make
then
it
you could
into a
always use
tablet
the rock
size.
because it's really just about scratching and making like
Yes and
markings,
no.
but you would just scratch it. It's not like it was like a
Well,
white
paper
paper
was
and a
permanent
charcoal
then
pen.
too. It's not like they had a
Right.
pencil.
Well, yeah,
They
but you
used
could use
ink.
like charcoal or ink. Yeah, you can just ground up. Was
What you
isn't that
really
how they
did.
made ink? They ground up like charcoal and then put water in it.
Yeah, it stretched it out a lot longer.
Yeah.
Um,
How did we get here?
I was telling you about Dwarf Fortress, and you're like, I want to know the history of paper.
Oh, because we're talking about the ASCII or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
you call this shit.
the paragraph thing.
And then why do we indent paragraphs? Also, the second why do is why does my stomach hurt?
That doesn't surprise me.
Indentation, the much maligned formatting technique, provides readers with a sense of continuity. Just fucking sure. Also, Mediterranean Sea. I got a good one for you. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but I am from Mexico and I have the dream of knowing the Mediterranean. My skin bristles just by reading about that sea, which unites 3 continents. And above all, listen to Sarat sing to him.
You know what? I'll do you one better. Since I can't find the exact mod pack,
Also,
I'll
somebody puts, is Megalodon still alive? I think they just really fucked up and, and misspelled Megalodon and got to Mediterranean. They're like, well, since I'm here.
since I'm here, I'll answer your question.
Oh, but here's, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is. Megalodon are the biggest shark in the world who lived in the dinosaurs Ara. ARA. It had now existed like
Ara.
dinosaurs, and yeah, it had now existed like dinosaurs, and in my opinion, it has 2% chance that Megalodon now still alive, all caps, in the deep
Oh
sea
my
of
god.
Pacific and Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, oh my god.
Can you order Domino's here? Translated by Google. In Italy, it failed.
It
Oh
did.
god. Well, probably you got like real pizza out there. Like, why the fuck would you have
You know
Domino's?
what? People always want to say like Italy, pizza's from Italy. Well, yes, technically that's true. The pizza that was made in Italy is not like what a pizza we think about when we're here.
Yeah,
It was
it's
literally just
so
like a
much different.
thick it was just like a really thick piece of like bread cheese put on top of it. When a bunch of
Yeah, not even
Italian
spread. Not even
Americans
like it was like
immigrated to
globs of cheese.
when Italian Americans immigrated to New York, they're like, okay, what can I? Some dude on like a cart was like, okay, I want to make something so that I could sell, and so he kind of made what was just like a combination of like sauce, cheese, and like the dough, and
Yeah,
that's
what was
he,
the way we eat it, like the what we had available.
yeah. So if you really, I'm more of the belief that like, the pizza that we have today, and even that they make in Italy now, is more of an American style.
Yeah, I'd
I think
say
you're
that.
listening to my TED talk, probably inflamed the
About
whole
pizza.
idea of Italy. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'll
man, fuck
stick by
Italy.
that too.
Dude, who cares? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Break your fucking knees?
Yeah, they're
They're
not
gonna hit you with
Italy's
the
not
Tanya
superpower
Harding?
anymore. Who cares?
Yeah, aren't they imploding on themselves or something? No, it's Greece.
No, Greece is always imploding.
Yeah, fucking that economy does not have depression. That thing needs to be put on like a watch. It doesn't get to have any type of
Locked for
string in its room.
security reasons.
What? Did Italy kick you out of their
No, I was
what is
trying
it,
to give
Italy.gov?
you.
I
I
don't
was
know.
trying to send you the thing for Dwarf Fortress. Um,
I don't know. Like I am on Bay 12 games. I just don't
yeah,
know
but I
what
was
the
gonna send you the
fuck I'm
mod
looking
pack
at
that I
it.
use.
Yeah, this looks like a nightmare, dude. Also, believe it or not, Italy.gov, not a real website.
I gotta remember fucking. What texture pack that I used. I mean, I guess I can go to history and look at it, but that's gonna be a pain in the ass.
It doesn't have to happen right now.
That's also true, but I also want to fucking find it before it gets further and further away from me. Is it gem set or was it Phoebe? This, I think it was this one. Yep, it was this one.
You know what's crazy to me? Are we the only country that has like .com, .net, .edu, .gov?
No,
Because I'm looking like there's the .eu, there's the .it for like Italy. It's like the Russian
RU.
website.
It's .ru.
.ru.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Um, here.
Okay, now what do I pick?
So if it brought you to where I think it brought you, you see the big download now in the top left-hand corner.
Yep. I'm
That
supposed to be on the Dwarf Fortress file depot.
yeah.
I don't know where to put this. What's in you? Nothing? Okay. Cool.
Then you're going to. I mean, I'll tell you how to like launch the game after we're done.
Okay. God damn. I don't know who's on Wikipedia, but they are fast. So we got that one guy, T.Y. Hilton. His real name is Eugene Marquise Hilton. And they already like is an American football wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys.
No,
It's been 2 days. Who's
I mean
up on
that
this?
that's
Who's
actually
doing
not
this?
really that fast.
Yeah, it's compared to the other shit, but like, who cares about this enough to do this?
Somebody has to.
I mean, you're right, but
You know, I donated to Wikipedia I think like one or two times, and I get emails from 'em constantly now, like, "Hey, would you like to support Wikipedia more?" Like, come
like,
on, man.
like, please help.
I given you like $10, like over the two times I've donated to you.
Yeah.
But that's all I got about to talk about this week.
Yeah, same. I didn't know that Hilton is 33.
Oh, old.
In football, it's old.
Yeah. Sorry, I
Like,
had
have
to
you ever
get
seen that thing?
started
It's
there.
no, no, you're good. You ever seen that thing? It's like, and here comes the oldest player in the league at like 27, and
Brady
you're like, what the fuck?
at like
No,
35.
yeah, Brady
Man's
needs.
practically a senior citizen.
He is. He actually. That's why he's in Florida. He doesn't have to go far to retire. And on top
I
of
don't
that,
know. I don't know if
AARP is real quick there.
yeah, oh, yeah. I'm interested to see if he can keep playing. No.
I don't know, like just one last one, like just keep trying.
Yeah, just keep trying and eventually he'll get like super injured and then have to quit, which is not the way to go.
No.
Because that kind of happened to Ben Roethlisberger, the last year.
Yeah.
He got injured, then their other quarterback got injured, and it just wasn't it. But I mean, yeah, he went out and hurrah with, I mean, at whatever it was, with their little playoff run that didn't last very long.
Yeah.
But
And God, you don't ever talk to a Steelers fan. All they'll ever bring up the Iron Curtain and Jerome Bettis, and then you're Big Ben. You can't bring him down. He's too
Since
stocky.
like
80,
1945.
50, yeah. But yeah, as soon as you start talking to them, it's the first thing they ever bring up. We're just trying to get back to it. We were the last smash mouth football team. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I put my
Except
gloves
for
on
that.
before I put the fentanyl patch on. And I'm not taking off the other one because I don't want to listen to this conversation anymore. It's night night.
Yeah. Speaking of night night, night everyone.
But all right, see y'all.